Alright everybody, we're going to be going over our spreadsheet for chapter 1. So I got my directions right here. Looks like we got steps 1 through 16. So step 1 is downloading the spreadsheet, which I already have right here. This is our data. So step 1's already done. Step 2, change the theme to retrospect. So to do that, we are going to go to our page layout. Over here you'll see themes, and there's a bunch of options here, so you just have to find retrospect and click on it. Nothing's really going to change here, but once we start inputting data, it'll begin to look a little different. Alright, so that one's done. Then widen columns A to 10.71 width. Alright, so to do that, we're going to go over to column A. You'll see that if you click on different places, you'll get different symbols. So here's an arrow. We don't want that, because if we click that, it's just going to highlight the whole column, and we don't want to do anything with that. What we want is we want it to look like this, the line with the double arrows. So what you want to do is right or left click that and hold it down. You'll see that a bar shows up with the width. Right now it's at 8.43, so we want to drag that over till we hit 10.71. There we go, and then let go. The next thing it wants us to do is change columns B through H to 15 width. Now you can do this two different ways. You can go to each one and change it to 15, or you can do it simultaneously. So to do that, come over to B, left click it, and drag your mouse over all the way to H, and let go. So now they're all highlighted. So come over here, there's your line with the double arrows, and you're going to left click it, hold on to that left click, and drag it over till it says 15. So once you let go of this, everything that's highlighted will change to a 15 width. Alright, there's 15. Now let's let go. That's the easiest way to do this step. Step 3, merge and center the title across the range A1H1. Then apply the title cell style. Alright, so here's A1 cell right here. So what we have to do is go to our home tab right here. So we want to left click this and highlight it, drag it over to H. And then all we have to do is click merge and center. Now you'll see it merged and center all the way across A1 to H1. And I think the next thing it wanted us to do was apply title cell style. So if you look over here, we have a button called cell style. So click on that. It's going to give us a bunch of different options. So what it wanted us to put is the title style right here. And that's it. Next step, merge and center the subtitle across range A2H2. Then apply heading 1 cell style. So basically it's the same thing we just did, just a different cell and just a different cell style. So just like we did, click A2, left click and hold it, drag it across to H. Alright, so you can let go and then come over here and merge and center. And then we're going to go over to our cell styles, and it wanted us to put heading 1. So now once you start putting these headings in, you'll start to see that step 1 or step 2 popping up, which was the retrospect theme. Looks like a nice little orange color. Step 3 is now done. Step 4. Select the 7 column styles, or select the 7 column titles, apply center formatting, and then apply the heading for cell style. So we just did cell style, so that's going to be the same thing. It's just going to be a different type of style. So let's go ahead and do that. So here are the 7 different titles. We got quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, title, percentage of title, cells, and thread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like always, you're going to left click, hold it down, and drag it across these 7 titles. Go over to, well, the first thing it wanted us to do is format it to center. So here's your formattings right here. You can have it go all the way to the right, all the way to the left of the cell, but we want it centered, so we're going to click this one. And then the next step wanted us to go to cell style, and I can't remember which one it wanted. It wanted heading 4. Alright, so let's click on it and find heading 4. Heading 1, 2, 3, 4. And that completes step 4. Step 5. By using the Quick Analyst tool, sum the quarter 1 cells, and then copy the formula across the remaining quarters. Alright, so our Quick Analyst tool, it's nothing that we're going to find up here. Here's quarter 1. So what we want to do is left click that and highlight all of quarter 1. So once you let go, you're going to see this little square pop up. That's our Quick Analyst tool. And it looks like you can get to it by hitting Control Q as well. It's a little shortcut. So just click on that. You're going to get a bunch of options here. So we're going to go to totals. And what we want is we want the sum of all these totals. So we're just going to click on the sum button here. And that is it. So basically what the Quick Analyst tool did is took all these numbers we had highlighted and added them together. And that's our sum. The next thing it wanted us to do was to apply this across to the other quarters. So instead of highlighting it and doing the Quick Analyst tool to all 4 of these, there's an easier way to do it. So we're going to click on this. If you look in the corner here, you'll get this symbol right here. It just looks like a plus sign. So left click, hold it, and drag it across to quarter 4. Once you let go, it's going to find the sum of all the other quarters. Voila. Easiest way to do it. And that looks like it completes step 5. Alright, step 6. Select the northeast cells and then display the Quick Analyst total gallery. Click the second sum option, which is the 6th item in the gallery, which displays the column section in yellow. Then we're going to copy that formula all the way down to cell F7. Alright, so basically what it wants us to do is it wants us to do the same thing we did here. So we're going to find the totals. These are the totals of the quarters. Now it wants us to find the totals of the specific regions. So the first region it wants us to do is northeast. So left click, highlight them all. And then once you let go, you're going to see your Quick Analyst tool. There it is. Click it, go to totals, and remember it said click the 6th one and it's going to have a yellow formatting to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and see it has yellow. Once we click that, it's giving us the sum of all this data right here. So it's just taking this and adding it together to give us this. So just like we did down here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put our cursor to the corner here, get the little plus sign, left click it, and drag it all the way down. And then let go. And that completes step 6. Step 7. apply the accounting number format to the first row of sales figures and to the total row. All right, we can do that. So here's the first row with the total, and it wants us to change it to accounting format. So we're at the home tab here, and you'll see numbers. You'll see right here, here's accounting, percentage, and comma. Keep that in mind because we'll use these later. Alright, so it wants the accounting, so that's the dollar signs here, so we're just going to click that. And basically it's just going to make it look like currency. Put the dollar sign and the decimal point. Alright, so apply the accounting number format to the first row of sales figures in the total row, which we just did. And now we're going to add the comma style to the remaining sales figures. Alright, so the remaining ones are going to be everything else. So left click, let's highlight everything here. And there's our comma style. Just click on it. And that's it. Alright, the last part of this step is format the totals in row 7 with the total cell style. Okay, let's go back here. Here's row 7. Let's highlight it. Remember, here's our cell style. Click on it. Let's find total cell style. And here's total right here. So click on that. Now you'll see it's just like what you learned in accounting class. There's the underlined, there's the total, and the double underline to mean that we're done. And that completes step 7. Alright, insert a new row 6. Alright, so let's go over here. So it wants us to insert a new row here. So what we can do is click on 6. We can right click, and now we get some options here. So all we have to do is hit insert. And that's all you have to do. Now it gave us a new row 6. In the new row, put the title Midwest and put the following sales figures. Alright, so all you have to do here is put in these sales figures. So I'm going to do a split screen real quick because I cannot remember all this. So Midwest, and then we just start inputting our data here. So 110985.45. The next one is 118674.91. Next one, 100548.50. 120621.17. And that's all the data it gave us. So what else does it want us to do? Copy the formula from F5 to F6. So here's F5, and here's F6. Basically, it didn't give us the total, but it wants us to find the total on our own. So to do that, we just click over to the corner here until we get the plus sign and drag it down. And there's the total. Alright, so let's go back. That completes step 8.